We decided one daily segment wasn't enough for Bill Bush and Bill's Thrills, so we turned it into a week-long podcast recap. Here's Bill's Thrills Rewrapped, sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bill, the floor is yours. Is it a Football Facts Monday today?
It's a Football Facts Monday thing, and I need to get a hold of Scott. He was leading the shorty going into the last round.
He did not win.
He did not win.
Did not win.
Did not
I know
win.
who won.
Oh, you won? Oh, you do know.
Who won the shorty at
Who
Firethorn?
won the shorty at Firethorn?
I know that one of them's a breaker for sure. Brian Adams, not the singer Brian Adams.
Brian Adams from Canada.
Cuts like a knife.
Cuts like
and B.J. Nannon. Those are the winners of the shorty.
B.J. Nannon, former Wesleyan player.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It always gets back to the
Yeah, I know.
Plainsman.
They won the
Yeah.
shorty, so there you go.
Nice.
B.J. Nannon and
in an
Brian
upset,
Adams.
In an upset over Scott.
Yep.
Wow.
Let's ask Scott what happened. What happened in day two?
That's incredible. Because Scott's kind of the Scotty Scheffler of the shorty.
Is he? It's a shock
Yes.
if he loses.
Yes, it's shock. If anytime he loses, it's very shocking. Okay, we got football.
We got
Bill
football
Thrills.
facts.
Yeah. I thought this was extremely interesting. And this is from Mac Brown and several others of the coaches. And I believe this information came from when they were at a golf outing out at Pebble Beach. They have a coaches outing out there. I believe this is where it came from. But Mac Brown talked about, I said, he's extremely happy. And we all know football's changed and things gone crazy. Everybody's like, NLI's ruined everything. This is all jacked up. He says it's the happiest team he's ever coached.
Is that right?
He
Okay,
said-
this is good to hear.
And the coaches all agreed with him. Now, I'm not speaking for everyone here. I'm just saying that the majority of all the coaches said, no, Mac Brown's 100% right. It's the happiest they've ever had a team. Because here's why. You don't like it? Leave. So all the disgruntled people, the players that don't want to be there or think something's not going well, you know what they do? They leave. And so guess who stays? The ones that are fairly happy and satisfied with what's going on in their program. So Mac Brown went just on and on about how he goes, no, I love coaching these guys because the guys that are here are very, very happy to be here. And
That's a good spin.
And there are disgruntled players ever. And before they had no out. Now there's two things with it. There's something that they're to push back on and say, well, some coaches will use the portal to push you out. They are pretty happy. Really don't want to leave. You'll hear that also said. But I thought it was fantastic for the
good point.
to be. Now I'd be shocked if you looked at it again. I have no insider information for the University of Nebraska, but I think they probably have a fairly happy tein.
Oh yeah,
I think they have a fairly happy team. It's we're working hard. It's not like we're just not jacking around. I'm like everybody understands kind of their role, where they fit. They're fairly happy because if you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, they had 9 guys leave out of 145.
Yeah, that's pretty shocking.
Yeah,
but the ones that leave, like the same thing. What a great scenario was because before it's like, well, if I leave, I got to sit a year. If I want to leave in conference, I have to sit 2 years. Now there's nothing to be like, hey, listen, things aren't quite right here. I'm out of here. I'm going to go play. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that.
Mac Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
So I thought that was extremely interesting on how happy is he. Because
that's a good spin on it, and I don't mean that I'm not saying he's being manipulative.
No,
it makes sense.
It was just a great spin, and it was supported throughout everyone that was talked to at the same event.
How are they, by the way?
What's that?
How are they?
North Carolina? They're a pretty good team.
Are they 9 winner?
Yeah,
9
wins? Probably a 9. They'll be
quarterback this year.
They'll be right in the mix once again in the ACC. They will be in the mix. But see, before I love that conversation of when somebody's coming out to, you know what? I don't know if I'm happy or if I'm leaving. Okay, I'd always be like, that sounds good. Let me know. That's it. I'm not going to go through this whole spiel to try it's kind of like girl walks in. I want to break up. Don't do it. Don't break up. No. How's that usually go for you? It goes bad.
Yeah.
So when someone wants to leave or they're not happy,
go.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just go. Just go and you find the next person and away you go. Then you have a team that's happy. If not, you're coming every day. If someone's like, you convince them to stay. And then every day, if something's not good, practice.
I want to go. I want to go.
It's just. So I thought it was
I just think I want to go. I'll talk about. Let me think about it.
Yeah.
Can we talk this weekend?
Yeah. No.
Sip's got this nailed down over here.
Yeah, he does have it nailed down. So you see much happier teams. You see, I read an article on is it Caden Proctor. Is that right?
Caden Proctor
the
was the
offensive lineman.
offensive lineman that went to Alabama, then to Iowa, and back to Alabama.
That's correct.
He had an article that said it was the dumbest thing he ever did. He said,
What's that?
He goes, I didn't even listen to DeBoer. I didn't listen to one thing he was saying. I just wanted out of here. And then all of a sudden, guess what the vibe was at Alabama? It wasn't like, oh, it's really easy here. You'll love it. It's like all of his friends are kind of like going, hey, this DeBoer guy's got his stuff figured out really well. This is a well-oiled machine. We're not missing anything here. Yes, Nick Saban's being replaced, so to say we're not missing anything would be a stretch. But obviously, it's like, hey, this guy's had a lot of success in doing things the right way. Everyone's in a pretty good. So he's talking to his friends. What do you think what were his friends saying? Oh, great decision. I wish I'd have got out of here. Like going, no, dude. Yeah, it's really hard, just like it always was. This is really good, but guess what? They're all happy. And so like that, and happy isn't just being about like, it's not jacking around happy, or we got a special, some sort of something, in this locker room or something like that. It's just your general feel of every day. Like, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
You think from the text line, Jake?
That was good. That was interesting. It's not that, like, what you're saying here is that Alabama, Nebraska, it's not, the players aren't here because it's easy, because they're on easy street, because they're coddled.
Yeah.
It's not that.
No.
It's people want discipline and they want to be treated fairly. Those two things are gigantic, by the way. Just they want discipline and they want to be treated fairly.
Yeah.
And at Alabama, you're not going to be given anything, and players are fine with that at Alabama.
It's
right. I mean, they're fine with it.
Yeah,
they're not given.
This is all based on just and generally, like I said, it's like most of these programs, not most, they all are. They're extremely difficult, and so the extremely difficult, the ones that can handle the difficult, can handle the mess, they're fine. And the ones that can't handle it, like, I think I might want to leave. That's great. Mm-hmm. That's great, because all the disgruntled ones leave. You end up with a happier team. In a better place. And that's what's even happy. You're in a better place. But if you're on one of those teams right now going into camp in August, you're in a great spot as a coach. You don't have a bunch of guys that every day you look at them that's going to look at you like going, I don't even want to be here.
I don't even want to be here.
Yeah.
That'd be a miserable existence.
Yeah, now it's great. I don't want to be here. Great.
Yeah.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Things that bother me.
Okay, things that bother me.
Bugaboo. The frustration with the flyby. The frustration with the flyby. Please have grace and gratitude for the garage sale. Okay. For the garage sale. The frustration with the flyby. I see it all the time. I saw it this weekend. They were across from Roseanne's house. I see different areas. I'm walking Sugar. I see people, they just whip up. It's a mad race to get to garage sales. And they whip up and they fly by and they look and something like, out of here. No. Not doing that.
30 seconds and out.
No. Gratitude for everybody. There's never a time I go. When I go to a garage sale, it's like no matter what, okay, nothing I want. But I always comment, wow, I can really get 4 koozies for $1. I'll do that. Spend the $1. Get the comic book for $0.25. Don't leave without buying something. Don't whip up into somebody's yard, walk up and look at all their stuff and be like, yeah, this is trash, and then leave. That bothers me.
You are a sensitive soul.
Yeah, buy something. Every garage sale you go to, you buy something. If the only items for sale is like $90, I get it. Yeah. But there's not. There's things for sale for $0.25. Yeah, there's something for sale like, hold it, what is that? Oh wow, that's a great picture of Bob Devaney for 75 cents or $1. Yeah, I'll take that. Let me get that real quick. And everyone feels good about themselves. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Instead of the this is trash. I'm leaving. No. You have to have the frustration with the flyby. I saw it standing out in front of in the yard the other day, and I see it happen all the time. And they wheel up like they're Dan Tanner or something, like that Starsky and that whip up, and they just jump out like they got to get there. They got to see what's out there, see if they're trying to make a deal, see what and they look at, let's go.
I do that.
Yeah,
I do that.
Yeah,
I do that.
Always buy something. Always buy something.
You would have liked this. I should have called you. I don't want to bother you all the time. There was a garage sale by our house, and the woman went up and was perusing. The man was in the car. The older gentleman started honking. Let's go. It's time. You've been here long enough. been married a long time.
How about that when you come back? Really? I'm at a garage sale. If you chose to go to a garage sale, you have free time. You have free time.
One would think.
You're not up against it. There's never been a time like, hey, our day is packed, but I got to hit 5 garage sales real quick. No, not said nobody. So just
buy something.
Buy something.
That's
just
a good one.
Just spend a buck. Do
That's
something.
a good one. That's a good
Do
one.
anything.
Yeah. What are you pointing
Look at Chris out in the middle of traffic over there.
Yeah, they
doing well.
It is sort of a perilous job.
So I have a question regarding garage sales. How often is too often to actually have one? Because I'm not trying to point anybody out here, but I'm not going to give an address. But there's a house that is just south of 56th and O that has a garage sale, I think, every single day for like the last 5 months, it feels like.
Just everything's just set out.
And every single day I drive by, well,
Really?
the garage sale is back up again. By the way, on a very busy street. But it's up every day.
I guess they're on their own.
At what point do you get the gist that maybe it's not going to sell?
Yeah.
Well, they might have new items.
Yeah.
They might have new items.
I mean, this is every single day for months.
What is really fun about the garage sale, too, are the homemade signs that are placed around the neighborhood. The homemade with the arrows, garage sale, arrow. They're like 4 turns that you have to make to get to the garage sale.
Tis the season, by the way.
Tis the season.
They're all over
We
the
are
place.
in the garage sale season right now.
Oh, God, are we?
Yes.
I like it, too. Now, I do like it. It's amazing.
I love garage sales.
Yeah.
I absolutely love. I purposely, if I'm walking sugar, don't peruse in because, again, I'll come back if I see something. The one that did catch me, I was going by the other day and there was some stuff hung up, and I'm like, hey, how much for the lawnmower? Lady, I'm walking by and she goes, oh, we're just hanging stuff on it. No, that's not for sale.
By the way, I just got a text from Brad, who can see right there.
Yes.
Brad, the Baldwin Shop, says we are in parade formation and ready to move on.
Yes,
Look at
okay,
that.
guys.
They're moving. Look at him.
He's moving.
All right,
How about
Brad,
the guy
drive
with
safe
there's
now.
a guy with a roll of toilet paper. There's a guy with a roll of toilet paper from on a stick. He's on a stick.
I got to show it to the people.
Yes,
If you're watching, look at
does
this.
look like
He's
toilet
got,
paper.
he's putting it down. He's got a roll of toilet
behind
paper.
him.
Did you get that from the ticket bathroom?
Yeah.
We've been looking for that.
So they're putting down asphalt, and he's going over it with toilet paper.
That must be
I didn't know that was part of the
process.
I wonder if that's why things are coming apart quicker. Is
This
they
is on
need
the
to get
stream,
better
by the
toilet
way.
paper.
You can watch this on the stream.
I'm not
showing
convinced that's toilet paper.
them. It looks like toilet
It
paper.
looks like
I think
toilet
you're
paper.
right. No, you know what? I think you're right.
Imagine,
why do
head
they
out.
put that down?
Grab the Charmin. We're on our way. Let's get the roads together.
It looks like they put it over.
Very simple process,
They put it
yeah.
over the tar.
They do. Yes.
They put it over the tar. It must do something to the tar.
Brad, can you confirm, is that toilet paper or not that you guys are putting down the street?
Yes.
What is that? Looks like a roll of Charmin.
It's toilet paper to me. If to say it's anything different, how could you look at
Yeah,
it?
it does look like toilet paper. You're right.
Do you think they go through rotation like at 6 o'clock in the shed? And it's like, okay, here, let's practice real quick. Okay, now what's the rotation? Get in line. Get in line. What are you doing today? You got the toilet paper.
Got the toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
I'll
Right
be rolling. They're working though. That's work.
That is work.
And it'll get
Anything from
hot.
the text line, Jake?
Sanderson says it is toilet paper. Did that for 2 summers on the Country Road Crew.
Okay, I wonder what the toilet paper does, Sanderson. What's it designed to
Apparently,
do to
it
the
says
tar?
it's so tires don't kick tar up on the car.
Okay.
So that's actually is.
Okay.
All right.
Brad confirms that is a roll of toilet paper
Yes.
So
That's
tires
amazing.
don't kick. I wonder how long it stays.
from the ticket bathroom.
Yeah. Well, it must just disintegrate.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Must
thinking.
be. Must
Yeah.
just disintegrate.
Yeah.
It's
It's biodegradable.
Yes. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Regarding the garage sale, Nyla says people who live on the busiest streets have garage sales, and people park on both sides of the road,
Yeah.
making it a 1 lane. Don't do that. All cap letters there.
There was.
Video
There
the
was.
I'm telling you, you go through a
There was.
you go through a neighborhood. There's times. There was one the other day. I had to back up. Couldn't get through. I had to back up because they park on both sides of the street and they just pack it in there. But I love the fever pitch it takes because you don't saunter into one. You burst in. It's like where they're looking for certain things. It's like I gotta get ahead of somebody. Just always have a wad of dollars when you show up and be like,
that's the
just
thing.
buy something for $1.
Keep 40 on you.
Yeah.
You drive a
Your
yacht.
dad always had a wad of cash.
Like 1,000.
But so he would be perfect for what?
Yeah.
Garage sale.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
He'd be popular
You
at the
need to
garage
buy-
sale.
I mean,
All of a
that's
sudden he
come
goes
on
to a
over.
garage sale and they have an air compressor. He had enough money to get it.
I would be in college and I wouldn't have enough money to eat, and I'd be home and I'd be, hey, Dad, you got $5. Pull out 1,000. I can't even eat.
Help a brother out. Come on, help a son
They
out.
taunt you with it like, hey, get a job.
No,
Look
just
at this.
very casual.
Very casual.
Yeah. You know, pulls it out of his suit that costs $1,000. Anyway,
Today, is it them's fighting words, Bill?
Them's fighting words.
oh boy.
This is again probably
Buckle
we
up.
said a little bit ago, and don't know if it's right, but I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go back in time. We're gonna go back in time. We're gonna go.
time?
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna go back.
I'm shocked
We're
over
gonna go
here.
back
Let's
to
do this.
There's the flip. That was a good
them's
flip.
fighting words. Obtaining the soda through today's vending machine is way better than physically pulling a bottle out of an old machine. Them's fighting words.
Say it again.
Obtaining a soda through today's vending machines is way better than physically pulling a bottle out of a old machine. God, the feeling when you went to pick glass out of them, when you put your money in, and here's the next part that was great. Kind of change. Exact.
Yeah.
Exact change.
Yeah,
A lot of
the
times
exact
had to have.
change.
A lot of times you wouldn't get change. You had to have change.
But it's 50
But-
cents.
Yeah, 50 cents quarter.
Yeah.
And but when you reached in to grab that heavy glass bottle of Bubble Up, RC, Shasta could be in there, orange, grape, knee-high. Knee-high grape was one of the best. Coca-Cola, regular Coca-Cola. When you would reach in and grab that bottle out, and boom, then right next to the machine would be a place to bring the bottle back.
Yeah.
You just set it there. You just
All
you just
the pain of life seemed worth it at that
everything was just it was Jake, I'm telling you, when you were getting glass sodas
in your hand.
in your hand out of a machine, and you open the little window up, and you feel the cool air come out, wouldn't you? You'd feel the cool air come out in the summer.
Yeah.
You're like, oh wow, this is something. Right in front of there was a hotel, the Palace Hotel. There was two machines right outside of it. There was two machines right outside. That's where you stopped. So you'd whip in there if you were just kind of cruising Maine, and you'd get a couple, then you get in your car, drive around, and you stop and just put the bottle back. Oh, it was
bottled pop.
God.
When did it go away from glass to plastic? Anybody know that? Like
It's still, you can still get bottles.
I know.
Not
but
in a
ver-
machine. Not
Not
in a
machines.
machine.
No, not
That's
No,
all
you-
plastic in
yeah.
machines or cans.
100.
Yeah.
100.
And it was just so different. Do you remember SIP sometimes at some of the things you went to, if you had to put your quarters in and they wouldn't always catch? So you had to be like, oh God, please this time,
Right.
please
Oh,
this
God,
time.
yes.
You try to get to catch like that, you got
Yeah.
to go down through a bucket, try it again.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it would catch, and then you got yourself your
And there
soda.
was a way to do it, like
you
with
kind
your
of spin
finger.
it almost. You kind of on the one side. You had a
Yeah.
little, you're always trying to do a little trick.
Or use some authority sometimes.
Yeah, pull them hard.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you'd put it in and you hear it didn't make it at all.
You
know
knew
what I mean?
it.
Which means you blocked up
Just
the
went
whole
into
thing.
nowhere land.
You went into nowhere land. It's
Yeah.
like, well, don't even try
was
it again.
horrifying.
It was horrifying.
Yeah.
The thrill, Jake, of doing. There also were ones that were chest operated, where you could open them up and the bottles were in there and you had
Okay.
to slide it down and pop it out. Remember
God
those?
dang, yeah, it's getting a little. Now that's in the 70s, I think.
God,
That went away probably. I don't
those
think
are-
85
those
that
were-
was around.
No, I know this in but the pop machine were the ones vertical. We opened the little door
Yeah.
open was still
Oh, yeah.
was still around at that time.
We have some response here from the
From the
breakers.
text line.
It's from YouTube, actually. Text
Okay.
line and YouTube. I'm reading
Wow,
YouTube.
YouTube.
For those who think I don't, I'm reading YouTube. This
Wow.
is from Troy. It says, the clicking sound as you pulled the bottle out, and the cooler is always ice cold.
Ice cold, and it made that kind of a ka-chunk when you pulled it out, and then because the next one slid in. Remember how it slid right in behind it, and then obviously, how would you know there was none there? You just couldn't see it.
Right.
That's how you knew. You couldn't see it.
Somebody's got to have one of those.
Oh,
Does it still exist anywhere?
I'm sure someone has them. They probably have them in their garage. Or
Yep.
something.
Troy
Yeah.
even says the bottles clanking as they rolled down and filled the open slot. Yep.
Yeah.
What a
Oh,
sound.
Yeah, it was an
What a sound.
unbelievable sound. Then you got it out, and it had the lid like that. There was no screw off lid. You had to pop it off. You had to do, and the cap fell down inside in a little box, and that's what. And then the guy would come. Then the guy would come, open it up, of course, right there, take all the change out, and empty out where the lids were at, and restock it.
We can't do that anymore in this country.
No.
Mr. Sparky has answered my question. He says, Jake, in the early 80s, they went to cans, so the pop machines did not need cleaning due to busted bottles
Yeah.
that happened from all the glass breaking.
Yeah, there was probably some busted.
That's where
bottles.
everything went away. That's where life changed. Really, when they
COVID.
COVID. That's where it all happened.
2020.
It all changed.
Sorry, Ben. Sorry, Ben.
Ben doesn't even know what a glass bottle is. Doesn't even know.
Mason's in Minden has a row of pop machines, 75 cents, but no glass out there. So
Okay.
Mason's in Minden.
Masons and Minden. That's good. to know.
Whippets.
That's good to know.
Whippets, yes, that's right.
Yes, Whippets. Lisa
that-
Jurgensmeyer.
Water Husker Mike says the bottle sound was Regal.
No, it was
a Regal
Regal.
sound?
The sound of it was just, and I don't know how did they do this in the 70s, early 80s. How did they get a cooler that would keep it that cold?
I don't know.
Like 33 degrees.
Technology,
It was that. I mean, they knew back then they could make refrigerated air, which I get very coils. I get very excited about refrigerated air.
I know you do.
Which we don't have here.
We
at
don't
this
have
point.
any.
Now, this is quite the text. Dennis says, I remember the beer machines in Prague, Czechoslovakia,
Whoa.
the Czech Republic.
Really?
So, yeah,
Really? Beer machine.
beer machines. I'd like to see a
Interesting.
beer machine.
Interesting.
That'd be kind of cool.
Czechs had some
Back
things
in the
figured.
day, beer, like
that
beer
wouldn't have been
machines,
good.
Pop machines and cigarettes.
Cigarettes were the best.
machines when
And these
you
were all
pull
the
it.
pull the dip. Anybody at any age should get a pack of Marlboro.
Oh yeah, when
No.
one of my friends would say, "Hey, can you get me a pack of Marlboros out of the machine?" It would freak me out. Like, okay, I think I can do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
Mark says the text line, I used to work at Coke.
Okay.
Glass bottles held carbonation the best and the best taste. Cans are okay. Plastic bottles lose carbonation over time, hence the shorter expiration date on plastic bottles. He's saying that the glass was the best way to do it anyways.
Oh yeah.
It was the best.
Pop tastes
We've gone
best.
backwards
Oh.
on how to produce
Bottle.
pop.
It was.
Bottle.
I remember.
Glass bottle.
That's where I'd get a grape every now and then. Grape knee high.
Grape knee high, not
Knee high.
Fanta.
Fanta was good too, though. It wasn't. There really wasn't a bad grape soda.
No.
There's a Shasta was incredible also.
Oh God.
Everyone.
Oh, Shasta grape. Ridiculous.
Better times.
Last one before the game show. A subpar hacker. How
How
that
about
for a
that
name?
All right.
Okay, I like
Says,
it.
my dad worked for a vending machine company in the 70s and would always bring back silver coins that would be in the machines.
Oh, all silver. So
Cool.
he would
Cool.
sift through it and then replace. He's not stealing.
No.
He would replace it.
Cool.
Yeah, he'd be like, okay, there's 4 of these in there. I'm going to take these out. I'm going to put 4 quarters back in. Now he's got all silver.
God
He's
dang it.
probably retired early.
Probably did.
That sentence just makes me happy. My dad worked
Eric?
for a vending machine company in the 70s.
Yeah, that was
Your
not-
dad,
God
your
bless him.
dad
God bless-
was cool.
Yeah.
He was. Like, what's your dad do? He runs the vending machines. What do you mean? What's he do?
Yeah.
I don't know how you get.
He keeps you refreshed.
He had to go through. His references had to be unreal.
Oh, my God.
To get that job
In the 70s.
in the 70s.
Yep.
Better
It
times.
was a premier job back then.
yeah.
Yeah. Just driving a big truck full of.
My dad worked for a
Glass
vending machine company in the 70s. Tell me
Jealousy.
more about
Imagine
that.
the radio he's listening to as he's driving.
Yeah.
AM radio and listen to all the songs that we love.
We are living in the 70s, and I am not apologizing.
All the time with the show.
I'm sweating. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sweating.
You did the fan on you, Bill. You turned it
It's
off.
so hot.
You turned it off.
It's so hot in
That
here.
is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Call them at 402-730-7387.
That was beautiful.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bill, the floor is yours. We got a cool parenting tip Thursday.
Cool parenting tips. Something hit me yesterday, which I thought tied in extremely well.
There's the flip.
There's the
That was a
flip.
good flip.
Don't ever blow a Jerry West moment.
Ooh.
Don't ever make a mistake. Don't ever blow a Jerry West moment.
Okay.
Jerry West, the logo was incredible. What I found out yesterday was Jerry West was an incredible gin player, card player, elite gin player. What I'm
No
saying
way.
with this, it's so important for you as parents to teach your kids how to play some fundamental card games.
Blackjack.
That I was thinking more along like pitch and gin and
Blackjack.
things. Texas Hold'em maybe ahead of blackjack.
Okay.
But yes, but blackjack, I'm okay with that also. But the ability to play a card game. Could you imagine if you're at the Bel Air Country Club and all of a sudden Jerry West is there and hey, Sip, we need a fourth. You want to sit in?
That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
can't.
Don't know how to
Don't
play.
know how to play.
No.
Don't know how to play cards.
No.
God, it was such a staple.
Yeah.
My grandparents taught me, but I didn't stay with it. My parents are not card players. That was not our deal. My grandparents, Rudy and May, were obsessed with playing cards. So I learned how to play some cards. wish I would have known it better. To this day, I'm like, I wish I could sit down because everybody's always like, hey, you want to play? No, not really. Because I don't know well enough to understand. Blackjack's important. It's important to teach your kids, like, hey, when you split cards and things like that. Yeah, have some
we
idea.
played on the bus.
Have some idea what's going on. Have some idea what's going on. But the ability to know how to play cards is so critical because it comes up quite often.
Yeah, it
if
does.
you don't have that, you miss moments.
Yeah.
I just see myself. Imagine that. You're
That's a good one.
You're at Bel Air Country Club. You want to jump in for play some pitch? I don't know how to play. See you guys later. I
You could have played with Jerry West.
Jerry West for like 4 hours, but I didn't do that because I didn't know how to. Now, if it's some obscure game, it's like that makes sense. Okay.
Gin, though.
Yeah, gin. He was elite gin player.
Really?
Yes, I heard that yesterday.
That's
it was fun to
fascinating.
follow up on that.
He was fascinating.
I'll bet you Bella can play cards.
I bet you can too.
There's no doubt that if all of a sudden and Ben can play cards. Can Ben play cards? I can see you guys also going to play pitch or something like that.
Why would you say that?
They can immediately
I don't
jump
see
in.
Ben being a card player.
I see Bella. I see
Ben
Bella.
plays cards. Okay, I'm wrong on that one.
I
you're
can see
wrong.
that. Jake,
got
were you
that
a
one.
card player?
Well, I can play pitch. I like pitch. I can play some games of cards.
Kind of like Jake. Some.
Yeah, I wish
like
I knew.
21.
I kind of learned there's a game called Tripoli.
Okay.
I know that game.
You play
I forget
gin, you
it,
play
yes.
rummy, you play separate, you play hearts, like you play all sorts of different types of games within Tripoli. And so I
Okay.
kind of learned cards that way too. Several different games within one.
Because Jake would be really
And
smart.
poker's in
He'd
that,
be
too.
ahead of us. He's a card counter. You could tell it.
Plays roulette.
Yeah, he plays roulette.
Likes roulette.
If you
yeah.
want a fun family game, you can learn. Like, there's 3 games of cards within every single round. I would play Tripoli. It's a
Okay.
great game.
Okay.
Does anyone
Very
from
fun.
the text line know about Tripoli?
Tripoli is a great game. If anybody
Can
out
you
there,
describe
can you
it
confirm?
at all?
Tripoli is like is a board. Like, you got to put coins into every single slot. Basically, the goal is to get a bunch of hearts to get points on king, queen, ace, 10, jack on that as well. But you can also get points if you get a straight or the best poker hand. The bet, if you get
There's a board you play on.
you can bet on the kitty to get the, or not the kitty. I forget. I don't know. I'm trying to
Anytime there's
explain
a kitty, that's
Yes.
always cool.
you can bet on to get the hand.
anytime there's
you
a
can call
kitty.
the suit.
Anytime you
You
get
can call the suit.
Yes.
yeah, or if you can just always say, "Don't splash the pot."
Right.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just if you don't know Tripoli, please look it up. It's a great game.
Okay.
And you can play for hours.
I would think would the number one game be pitch?
Pitch is an awesome game.
Learn it.
Learn it. No pitch. Know how to play pitch.
Learn it.
Understand it, and it'll carry through for life.
It will.
Also,
That's a good one.
You sit
It's a
down,
good
you
one.
jump in. It'll change. I thought of this when they like, well, Jerry West was an elite gym player, and I thought of myself being there and him looking over and say, "Bill, you want to jump in with us?" Huh? Can't. Don't know how to play. And they just
Bel Air.
they look at you like you're an idiot. You're at Bel Air, and there you are.
Bel Air Hotel.
Yeah.
This is a good one. It's good advice. Just learn I don't know exactly what the basic card games would be. Pitch would certainly be one of them. Gin rummy.
Anything else, Bella? Any other game
what
you
else
would
is a
play?
basic
That'd be
one?
your basic
Well,
one right there.
I just think right now in general, people like to go to their phones. Don't be a phone person.
No.
Be
I've
like
never
Bill.
noticed that.
No, well,
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a lot
No,
of
you're
time,
right,
if
you're
you're
right.
bored, you don't have to be on your phone for 4 hours. Yeah, play some cards.
man.
Absolutely, it's a great,
Yeah, there's
idea.
human
Interaction.
interaction.
Plus,
fun.
when you're playing cards, at some point in time, you have to put your phone completely down. Completely down. Put it away.
Imagine that.
We got some response.
Anything
here.
from the text
We got a lot
line.
of texts on this one today.
That's a good one. I like this one.
464-5685. David from Renew, your auto, lived in Vegas for 10 years. He was in the
Yes.
he works at a casino out there. He says gin, hearts, spades, pitch, euchre, poker, you name it, I do it. So
See?
you can play cards with David.
You worked in Vegas for 10 years?
That's right.
Really?
That's
at a
incredible.
casino.
Really?
Thank you.
Yep.
That's high level.
That's
is
high
pretty
level.
cool.
You could just when you talk to him, it's almost for me it's intimidating to talk to David.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's just you can just tell he knows more.
Yeah.
On every sub. Just what he just said. We talked about cards and he named off 12 things he can play at a high level. That's that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
And
well-
he'd kick our butts in those games.
Yeah,
too.
all those games we'd lose.
You need to start dropping in like 4-2-5 and 4-3 and 3-4 defenses.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stop
that's
doing
right.
that.
That's
Hey,
right.
You know what cover 3 is?
You want to talk about
wanna
that?
talk some
How
cover three?
about 3 match? You
Yeah.
want to do that?
Yeah.
How about 2 man? Is
Yeah.
that the same as is that the same as cover 2? Let's
drop
or is
that in.
Yeah, or is that Tampa 2? 'Cause there's a difference in that one too.
Yeah. Tampa 2. You're dropping that linebacker.
The middle run.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah. What do you got for us, Jake?
Yeah,
from the
Jeff,
text
you
line?
go.
Jeff, the texter says, my grandpa taught me to play 5-point pitch when I was 12 years old, and I appreciate him for that.
5-point
pitch. I mean, if you can play pitch, it's some. If you sit
gotta
down
come in
and
handy.
someone asks you to play a game, you're like, well, I don't know about that, but you guys want to play pitch? I'll play. They're like, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll adjust to that. it'd be
This is
incredible.
absolutely good advice.
What else do you
Someone
got?
says learn how to play cribbage in high school. Shout out to Mr. Duran. I'm not
Yeah.
sure where he's from, but
Roberto,
yeah.
Hands of Stone.
Roberto Duran just texted us. But cribbage is an incredible game.
It is. That's a
cribbage,
good
yeah.
one.
Especially if you have the crib.
Scooter and Roca says cribbage plays. Yeah, he's
Staple.
Scooter says he's
Staple.
an excellent cribbage player.
Okay.
Oh, I see it.
I can see
I would
that,
never. But and then if someone has their own board, it's just death
Hey,
blow.
this is a good one. And not every kid learns this.
They don't
stuff.
know how to play. They don't learn it like that.
Pitch, lifetime sport. Yeah, many people saying pitch. Absolutely. Got another one. Someone says, Bill, you and the three-legged stool are coming to the next card party. Not saying no anymore. It's from Jake Kaiser.
What's that?
Jake Kaiser says you're coming to the next card party. You
does
guys
it.
are all coming.
He has a pool house. He has a pool house, and they play cards in it. And it's incredible.
Where's this
What's
at?
that? He'd be. I'm going to say that it'd be. He's on a giant acreage. It's probably 60 acres, just on the south side of town.
Oh, South.
Yeah,
Surprising.
south,
Yeah.
surprising. Yeah, and he just.
I can't get down
not
that
Sip.
way.
can't get down that way.
Yeah, they won't let me, but Jake and Bill can go.
Yeah,
Tell me about
You're
it.
not allowed to the south
But
party.
the same thing too.
Simple. What are you
if I
doing
go to
down
the
there?
card party, and there's nothing worse though. At our age or older, when they go, okay, we're going to teach them how to play, and everybody else can play. They look
Right.
at you like going, Jake, do you want to go out and play golf for the first time golfer?
No.
No, you don't.
Not
You're
really.
like, no, I want nothing to do with
No.
this.
No.
That's why you have to teach them when they're younger.
Yep.
My
Now
brother.
Jay would spend time with me. You know, if we came over, just me and Laura, he would spend time because he's that helpful of a person. I was
To-
down
to
a
teach you.
lawnmower and he came up with one. He delivered donuts here.
He did. He a
Kaiser
couple
painting.
times he's brought donuts
did
here.
bring donuts.
On his
I met
birthday,
Jay.
he brought donuts
Kaiser
too.
painting.
I met Jay.
Yeah.
Hey. yeah.
$68 an hour is the starting rate.
Whoa.
$68
Does that sound
an
any
hour.
good to you? Kaiser painting?
$68 an hour. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
As
it
a
does.
matter of fact.
Anything
Pretty
else on
solid.
the text line?
Someone else, Spoons, possibly. You play
Never heard of
Spoons?
that.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Euchre gets another
Yes,
shout
heard
out.
of
But there
that.
was a game
I've
called.
never played
There was
euchre
a game we
before.
called King's Corner.
Okay.
King's Corner was
Sounds fun.
It's kind of a solitaire type base game, but you played with other people.
Okay.
Yes.
Solitaire based with
Yes.
other people, though.
Yes. King's Corner.
And someone else says, I love Tripoli, Jake. Played all the time with my parents, uncles, and aunts in Iowa.
Did you play it with your family?
Yes,
With
absolutely.
Elizabeth's family.
I don't think we played with. Yes, we have played with them. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So they
Both
talk,
families
they
could play
talk about
Tripoli.
card parties. That was prevalent in like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, all the way through. My grandparents, they would go to someone's house and they would play cards all night.
Oh,
They would-
Friday nights. My dad would go play poker every Friday night.
And they would
at
stop
a judge's house.
They would stop halfway through and have lunch. They would stop halfway through, and they at the poker. They stopped at this. And they okay, we're gonna take a 20-minute break. And they'd have food, probably have a few cocktails like that. But they played
Oh,
cards.
yeah.
Yeah, they play cards all night. It
Yeah.
could go on for. They might play 7 hours of cards.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Last one here. Someone says regarding Tavern on the Square in the Haymarket. Tavern on the Square
Okay.
has a pitch league on Wednesday nights. 10-point pitch.
Good to know.
See,
So if you wanna play
we
some
just got
pitch,
better.
Hold on a second.
Tavern on the
10 point-
Square in the Haymarket on Wednesday nights has a 10-point pitch league.
So when you have a chance, so there's a lot of Husker fans here. So all of a sudden you're just you're cruising around, you're doing something, wherever you walk in like that, and you walk into a place down down in the Haymarket right there, and Coach Rule's down there with a couple buddies, and you walk in. Hey, we need one more
play
here
some
for
pitch?
want to play some pitch.
I don't know how.
I don't know how. Sorry. See you later. Good luck, Coach.
Really
Instead of being like, yeah, I sat there and played pitch.
That's
for
a missed opportunity.
Missed
This is
Missed
parenting
story.
tips. These are parenting tips.
cool parenting tips.
Teach your kids the basic card games if you know them.
Yes.
Or you can learn.
Or
Now,
learn
here's the
yourself.
thing, too. You can learn them easy now.
Oh, like right now we can still do it. I don't have a lot of drive to do that. I don't have a lot of drive to.
but you could learn it via the internet
Yes.
really easy.
Yes, the World Wide Web.
It's possible. That is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Call them at 402-730-7387. The ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Let's play the game show. You guys are 2-1 on the. Yeah, what do you got there?
Can you play breaking news quick?
Oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm never ready for this. Here we go.
You're fine.
Breaking news. What do you got, Bill?
So there's been some confusion on the lemon fresh days. Now I've got something here from Sarah Bueller. Got a hold of that. It says it's Swedish days in Holdridge.
Oh.
So I've got, but Chris, I double checked it, and he said lemon fresh days. So there's some confusion.
We need a correction
we just
sounder.
need someone just letting us know. We're not trying to give out false information. We just like to have what's going on there in Holdridge. You know, that's one of my vacation.
It is one of your spot.
haunts.
Aurora,
Yeah.
Holdridge.
Yes, there's some places I'd like to go to spend some time to do that. Shickley. I like to vacation in Shickley.
Shickley is a
Yes.
good one.
Yes, if you want to
Vacation
spend a
Shickley.
weekend in Shickley, you'd be great.
You want to get away.
If you want to get
Hey,
listen
we
to some
should-
Carly Simon.
We should have a correction sounder.
Is Lemon Fresh Days a possible local band that could be at Swedish Days?
That could be.
There's a band I think that I'm
That
being
must
told
be what it
might be
is.
the band.
I'm just going
So it might be barbecue. You might be doing ribs for the band.
for the band. That's what it was.
That makes sense.
I think it's all come together now.
Thank you.
It's all come together.
For
now.
Swedish
didn't know
Days, we got Lemon
You are
Fresh
tired.
Day.
no.
You're tired.
No, I said
You're tired.
And is it?
Yeah, people are saying
All it-
that's the band.
Yeah.
So that's the band
All it
playing at
says is
Swedish
I'm
Days. in
doing
Holdridge.
ribs Friday in Holdridge for Lemon Fresh Day.
The band.
It does sound like
Yeah, it sounds
yeah.
like it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick by with this.
You're okay.
Yeah,
Now,
you
I
read-
sh- it,
you
it
read
should
that
have
right.
registered that I do know that they're a band. They're a very popular band. They're not street legal. They're not that kind of a cult following like street legal, but they're working at it. So keep going.
No,
Lemon
that
Fresh
text
Day.
is misleading.
That was so.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks
we
to
like
the
to be
Breakers for
corrected.
correcting us
Thank
there.
you, Breakers. We appreciate that and learn how to play
Was that
pitch.
Trevor that sent that?
What's that?
Trevor
What's that?
that sent that?
No, that was
text?
Chris.
Chris. I matched them all up.
Yeah, well, Trevor's had
a lot of friends
He's the
here.
right hand man of